What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy. Previously on Stupid Talking Stupid.
This is so stupid.
Oh, look at this. This is stupid.
And this right here, this is pretty fucking stupid.
You guys hear about this? This is so stupid.
I just found out about the most stupid thing I've seen ever.
Okay, remember all that other stuff that we were like, that's stupid? This is stupid.
Well, actually, this one's kind of smart.
Now, what?
No, I'm kidding! This is the stupidest thing in the fucking world!
And now the season finale of Stupids Talking Stupid. What's going on, Empire? This is the Season 2 finale of Stupids Talking Stupid. Yeah.
It's pretty special. It's the conclusion finale.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear. And we read the stupid, so you don't have to.
That's right. 2 seasons in.
And
we're a little older, a little wiser. We're more stupid.
There it is.
We got some stories.
We got a whole bunch of stories. Season finale, you don't like to do it big. We're recording this a little bit later than we wanted to. A little bit later.
You're like, last week, you're like, we wanted to collect some more stuff.
That and
I've
been in a significant haze trying to numb the pain from my finger.
It's so gross, everybody.
Yeah, so the pad that's been covering it has come off naturally. And now the soft underbelly is there. Like, have you ever held a bag of spaghetti?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that squishy, but like every squish of it hurts.
Yep. Well, I get shocks of pain whenever I hold bags of spaghetti, so.
Well, you shouldn't chop part of the bag of spaghetti off when you're chopping bacon.
Won't do it. Actually, I saw a bacon
video. I would.
I saw a bacon video on Facebook the other day. I almost tagged you. I was like, no.
Do you watch Chicago Fire?
No. But I know a lot of people are on it.
So do I, but there was a few weeks ago, it was like right after...
A chopping bacon emergency?
Right after I chopped my finger while chopping bacon. They had to respond to a restaurant where a chef chopped his fingers off chopping bacon. I was like, wow, if he's a professional and lost all of his fingers. Now some asshole at a bar chopped off just the tip of the finger. I think I'm doing better than that guy.
No, you're so stupid.
No. I'm like 9 5/8 okay, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Look at it.
No.
It's so gross.
Super gross.
Speaking of super gross.
Yeah.
You know how gross money is?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you would, but don't ever put money in your mouth. Like, people like to do a lot of weird shit with money. Like, gross people put it in their boob sweat when it's summer.
I hate that.
Or they put it in their like, the basket. They'll put it in their wallet, in their shorts, and then be sweating all day on it. And it's just like, here. I remember one of my buddies, he owed me $10. He hands me the money. He's like, sorry if it's wet. I drum practiced yesterday, and it's like 8 hours sweating. I'm like, oh, this isn't right. I got butt sweat money. So money can be pretty gross. If you get it analyzed, you can even see like there's a bunch of drugs on it, because people like to roll up money and do lines of coke. And normally that's where the transaction ends. However, if you are a resident in Florida, now of course this is in Florida, there was an ATM that recently went down, it's out of service, at a Suncoast Credit Union because the ATM's deposit mechanism was jammed.
Jammed with like checks?
Nope. And balances.
Someone trying to put change in there?
They try to change what gets put in there.
Oh, okay.
There's a small clear baggie containing a white powdery substance.
It's like starch.
It's close.
Soap.
Further.
Powdered soap.
Further away.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. It is cocaine. Someone decided to deposit a bunch of money and some cocaine. It's like, well, this baggie cost me $30. So if I put it in the machine, I should get like $30.
Were they trying to change it out?
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Bank.
Can you break this down?
Hey, bank. Need you to protect my cocaine.
My wife says she finds it, she's gonna kill me.
I need you to put it in, and if you can add to it with interest, that'd be good. What's the interest rate on a bag of cocaine?
We have some non-dairy creamer. We'll add to it if you don't come get it right now.
Is it like flavored?
Wouldn't that work? Wouldn't that be worse?
But how did you get it in there? It's
Well,
just like, because, like, if you're going to, like, the slot is only so big. For
right. Well, I mean, when you're doing deposits, like, if you have, like, the new ATMs at my bank, they have the kind that, there are these huge fucking things that sit in the lobby. Because, like, we don't want to pay tellers. And no one wants to talk to tellers. So here's a giant ATM. Do everything your damn self. And I love them for that. But like when you're depositing shit, a giant door opens up and it's like, here, put your shit in here. So if you had like a stack of money and there was a tiny little drug-sized bag, because that's really all those bags are good for.
The only other thing I would think of is like maybe like the tube, you know, like the teller's like, "Welcome to Chase Bank. How can I help you?" Yeah, send a tube. Sir, this is cocaine. I need you to protect it.
Look after it for me. It's raining and I have a leak in my car.
My tags are expired. I'm gonna get pulled over any minute.
Look, if you want to dip your fingernail in there, I won't say anything. But you gotta hold on to it for me. Put it in my 401k. I expect great returns.
I expect great returns on that cocaine.
Sitting down with the banker. Sir, why don't you have a seat?
Okay.
Now, I took a look at your portfolio. Mm-hmm. I think it's rather interesting, to say the least. But what were your goals with your 401k exactly?
Well, I wanted to like be a lot.
Okay. So you're looking for some growth in your...
I'm looking for some growth.
All right.
And I decided I'm going to add to it, not just with money.
Now, okay, yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about. The money that's
diversify.
We are glad that you are diversifying, and we are looking to help offer some ways that you can diversify.
Doing it all throughout my life.
Okay. What I need to clarify with you is that we predominantly work with legal tender.
Okay.
So the money that you have been depositing through your work is great, and it's doing fine right over here. You can see the returns on it. It's been very pleasant.
Right. But I'm trying to get better. That's why I decided to add some cocaine.
Okay, so you do know that there was cocaine in there.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said I'm diversified. Okay, so I used to smoke weed, right?
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, why don't you diversify? And I said, oh, what does that mean? And they said, do more stuff. And I said, okay, what do you have? And then they said cocaine. And I said, I wonder how this could help in my banking.
Sir, when did you have this diversified conversation?
Ooh, let's see. Well, let me just preface this story by saying that I've been up for about 2 weeks.
Understandable.
So I want to say it was somewhere in between 2 weeks ago.
Okay, you know that we had a meeting about 2 weeks ago, and I told you need to diversify, and also that you looked like you could use some sleep because you've been up for a couple of days. Do you remember that? I'm the one that told you to diversify.
Now, are you saying that you're the ostrich that I was talking to?
Sir, that was just a new haircut, and I told you it didn't look right, so it
I
was
terrible.
A hat, and it looked...
Just give me more coke.
Okay, sir, you know you can't ask me that when I'm on the
Add
phone.
on to the interests.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Add it on.
I can't.
Mark, okay. Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Guy's like, okay, put the card in. Oh, it's going to hold on to it because I got a chip. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Just shove it in. Just shove it in there.
Put it in an envelope.
And
But
just put for drugs in the subject line.
I used to write that on people's checks, like for drugs or for sex, like just random things. I'm like, I hope somewhere someone sees this down the line, like if like the bank is getting audited and they're like, are you guys a front for something? Like, well, he won't let me pay in cocaine. So
Diversify.
speaking of stupid people, a Connecticut woman by the name of Lisa Nussbaum, she decided to be a cool mom. You know, when you hear someone's a cool mom, what do you think?
Cool mom, like, all right, guys, you want to drink? You can drink here, just so I know you're around. You know what's going on.
As long as you do it in the house and don't go anywhere.
That became a thing, and that would never have been a thing with my parents.
Oh yeah, that became a thing. I think it was like, yeah, I remember there was a couple of kids my age that had like the cool parents, but like it wasn't until after I got out of high school that I started hearing about all these parents getting fucking busted.
Well, one of my students when I was teaching her graduation party, they were all like, "Yeah, if you're sticking around, stick around," and like all the kids had to give them the keys, and they were boozing.
Key party.
No, they were boozing. I was like, "You guys just graduated high school. You're fucking all right."
You didn't drink before you graduated high school?
Me? No.
You're
Dude, I was a straight edge kid.
You're a liar.
I was straight edge.
You're a liar. You're a liar. I've seen your bank receipts. 13 deposits of cocaine last month.
Okay.
Well, Lisa Nussbaum decided to be the cool mom.
Lisa Nussbaum. Is it Nussbaum?
I don't know. Either way,
You the bum, Mrs. Bum. Oh wow.
she's got
It
a
looks
she's
like
got
a
a
cannonball.
she's got a fantastic mugshot. But she was charged
Like
with
Miss Kim from Mad TV.
she was charged with the risk of injury, impairing morals of a minor, because she decided to let her 10-year-old drive her Jeep Grand Cherokee, just driving around on the street, not even wearing a seatbelt. Not wearing a seatbelt. So this kid, I'm a terrible judge with ages and size of kids. 10-year-old, can he even reach the pedals and look out of this? Okay.
Probably.
But yeah, she decided to
Not
take.
well though.
And their signaling could use some work. Their spatial awareness isn't there yet. But yeah, there was no one around to see it happen. Thankfully, Mother of the Year decided to take a video of it and post it on Facebook.
Idiot.
Which is now like, I think police work has been cut by a third
Oh yeah.
because of how many people are like, I'm the one that did it. Look at me doing it. You see this? Isn't it funny? Yeah, but that guy's going to arrest you now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to. Someone made a comment about somebody had escaped, like, someone had, like, violated parole, but he checked in on Facebook. So it's like, well, we know where to find you, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You know?
I just got out. What's everyone up to tonight?
Good Lord.
Not hanging out with you because you like to snitch on your damn self.
Yeah, right? What think you're going to do to me?
But yeah, she was hanging out in the passenger seat and just filming her son driving, posting on Facebook.
Like you do.
Like you do. She said that, she was released with a promise to appear in court. But so she wasn't like held on a crazy amount of bail or anything. But 10 years old, like I remember I was super young, and it would be like, okay, we're in the driveway. Do you want to steer the car into the garage? Like, but I'm like sitting on, like I'll be sitting on my mom's lap, like here, guide the car in, while she gently releases the brakes so we kind of slowly go in. I'm like, yeah, I did it.
Right.
But we're not like, all right, here, you drive, I'm drunk. I can't do it.
No, get on 290.
Yeah, do it, you won't, pussy. I know, merging's not my strong suit.
Doesn't matter.
Neither is coloring inside the lines, you idiot.
Now parallel park.
What's a parallel park?
Just do it.
I don't want to go to the park right now.
Come on, I always got to drop by the bank and deposit some cocaine.
Is that why you said you have so many withdrawals?
That's right. Diversification, kid. You're diversifying your life. Remember when you used to not drive? Now you drive.
Diversify.
Diversify.
But she's not even the worst neighbor to live next to.
No.
Because you could live in Riverview, Missouri.
No, I couldn't.
But what if?
I'd kill myself.
Well, you might not even have to, because your neighbor might burn your house down for you.
Oh.
It's okay. He didn't mean to.
Super neighborly.
Yeah, he's just you're out one day doing some shopping. You're like, oh, I finally found that hat that I've been looking for. I got a pair of sunglasses that fit me. Pants are on sale.
Yep.
Everything's coming up Millhouse. I'm just gonna go on home and watch all my favorite shows. I'm gonna just cheer down
my home that's certainly not on fire.
Yeah, I made the last payment last week. It's all mine. Finally.
And when I say my home, I mean I just diversified my portfolio and liquidated some cocaine, and now
oh, you got liquid in your cocaine?
I got liquid in my cocaine, and now this house is mine.
And I'm gonna do a rail the size of the stair rail.
I'm just gonna slowly turn this corner, and then I can see my house from. Oh no!
It's not where I left it. It's almost as if it completely burned to the ground. Oh my god. My neighbor's just standing outside staring at it going, who?
Is that what he was doing?
No, I just picture
Gene!
with this.
Gene, what are you doing?
Oh, just looking. Look at the house. It's not there.
Why aren't you doing anything?
What can I do? You think I could build a house?
Just in there going, huh?
You just said, huh? House used to be there.
House is on fire.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Crazy days.
Should it be? Probably not.
Oh.
Okay. So any more into diversifying your portfolio?
So there was the so Mark Huey is the man whose house it was.
Poor Mark Huey.
He was in the basement working on some music, and music was up super loud, so he's just chilling in the basement, rocking out to music. Finally heard some knocking on his door.
Hey,
Mark, open up! Mark! Mark, open the door!
Hey, that works. That works with the beat.
No, Mark, I'm not playing around.
I'm going to call it Mark Open the Door.
Mark, open the door for real, though.
What? Create music.
Mark, open the door.
What do you need?
I need you to get outside.
Oh, God. All right, hold on. Let me pause this. I'm trying to lay down beats.
Mark, hurry up.
Okay, what's going on?
Your house is on fire.
I know, these beats are fire, yo!
No, Mark, it's something different than that. Your house is legitimately on fire.
We don't need no water. I'm trying to do something different than
Mark,
that, but there's definitely some in there.
No, we need water, Mark. We definitely need water. I need you to get out of the house first. Mark.
But why, is there something wrong with the house?
Mark, the house is burning. It's burning.
That's the doors.
Fuck it. I hope you die in there, bro.
Oh, well, I'm going to open this door. That was rude. What's going... Oh, my God, my house is on fire.
Most of your house is currently on fire. Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Oh, my God, did you hear those sick beats downstairs?
No. No one heard them. Because if we hear them, it encourages you and makes you think that we want to see your band on Tuesday at the fish taco joint. And you know I'm busy that night.
Well, now we're gonna do the show, and it's gonna be a benefit for my burned down house. So,
well, good luck playing without instruments that you left inside.
Ah!
It's an acoustic set.
Yeah, a whole lot of me and a microphone.
To make matters worse,
It's been worse than that.
do you know where Mark's wife was at the time of the fire?
In the attic.
In the hospital, getting her first round of chemo.
Oh no! Well, it's just raining shit on the Huey family.
Yeah, so the entire front of the house was burned. He said that they said nothing inside is damaged, but I mean, you got that much fire and smoke damage to the front of your house.
Yeah, you gotta take it down.
You have to. Oh God, I can't even imagine how much bullshit. Like, even if they try to keep the house, the amount of crap that was in there.
Right, the one down the street. Remember the one down the street that was lit on fire?
Yeah,
that one took forever to get fixed. But like they had the big ass tarp up, covering part of the house.
Right.
They had to move everything out, and then they had to rebuild that section, which is like essentially a fourth of a quarter of the house.
So the whole point of bringing up this story, because now it just sounds like, oh man, a guy's house burned and his wife was getting chemo. Everything
That's
sucks.
not stupid.
You think, how the fuck does this fire start?
Prodigy.
Yes.
The fire started. The fire started.
Anyway,
Moles.
pyromaniac
Nope.
moles.
Nope.
Get you every time.
Moles just living.
Moles smoking in bed.
It's breeding season, so they're fucking a lot.
Really?
Going through a pack a day. They don't have ashtrays. They don't have mole ashtrays.
No.
So his neighbor was trying to get rid of moles that were living underground by trying to drive them out with fire. Apparently, when you try to fight moles with fire, the fire can spread to your neighbor's house.
My grandmother used to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to fight fire with moles. With moles with fire. Be careful.
Fight fire with moles. Yeah!
Be careful.
Yeah!
You might burn Mark's house down.
It's like, sir, why are you...
True today as it was when it was written.
Sir, what do you do? What are you throwing into that fire? Moles!
Moles. My grandmother used to say. Of course, she
She died in a fire
she died in fire.
at 17.
Surrounded by her moles.
I don't know how we're related, but my mother always used to tell me that story as a way to make me stop playing with matches.
That's right. Don't play with matches, or else the moles will get you.
I mean, you don't even have to be going after moles to get caught up in fire.
No.
You could be...
Well, he's dumb because you don't use fire. First of all, you use smoke.
and where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where there's smoke,
Boom!
there's
Roasted.
moles.
Fire roasted, even. I'm glad you bring that up, because where there's smoke is fire is a solid legal defense.
Oh.
Especially if you're a Miami lawyer.
Well.
Defending your clients. Who was...
Segue.
He was... So Steven Gutierrez is a lawyer. He's a defense lawyer. Was arguing that his client's car had spontaneously combusted. And it wasn't intentionally set on fire, like he was charged with. Unfortunately, during his closing arguments, his pocket started filling up with smoke.
I swear it wasn't me.
And kind of lit on fire a little bit.
You know.
His pocket just spontaneously combusted. It's as if the perfect defense was planned all along. And you're thinking, there's no way that this guy, while arguing, like, how far gone do you have to be in the case to be like, we're about to lose this? Hang on, I got a great closing argument.
Hold my beer.
Your Honor, as we could see from the...
Counselor, what are you doing there?
Nothing. Do you, does anyone have a lighter I could borrow?
Oh, well, I smoke a pipe in my chambers. Hold on 1 second. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Your Honor, as we can see from the... Ooh, spontaneously my pocket has combusted.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you must acquit my
That
client.
is crazy.
He's innocent.
All charges are dropped.
Ooh, someone better call the fire department
I'm
because
gonna
this is
need that
getting out of
lighter back.
hand. Quick,
Stop, drop, and roll, counselor.
hand me a mole. I'm on fire.
What you got to do is throw a mole at it.
It's just an old man with a sack. I got this. Who got him in? He's a volunteer firefighter.
Good old Moly.
So this wasn't planned. The most perfect defense in the world for spontaneous combustion.
Was it Samsung Galaxy?
It was not a Samsung Galaxy. It was an e-cigarette.
Ah, those stupid
fucking things that all these people who aren't trained on how to wire power supplies and coils and everything. Yeah, you could do it yourself. It's super easy. Just wire stuff up, pour some stuff here. It might explode if you do one thing wrong, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
So his, excuse me. Yeah, his e-signature, his e-cig decided to explode in his pocket. He ran out of the courtroom, but when he came back, his pocket was all singed, and he insisted that the staged defense, or he insisted that it wasn't a staged defense that had gone wrong, because really it'd be a staged defense gone right. Like if your client charged with arson is like, no, spontaneous combustion. If this was just a planned thing gone wrong, it just wouldn't have worked.
Right.
But now you're like, no, it totally didn't happen. Why would that happen? It's what? I think, personally, that he fiddled with it. Like he knew how you could overload it to make it explode. And then I was like, oh, I'm pressing the button on it. And there's a... he's just wearing long sleeve. He's taking a hit off it, blowing in his other sleeve.
Right.
It's like, Your Honor, there's nothing in my sleeve right now. So I can clearly say my client has nothing up his sleeve. When his car spontaneously combusted.
You, sir, are correct that he is innocent.
See, I should have been a lawyer.
Throw a mole at it.
That's my grandpa's saying. He used to be a judge.
Right.
Just throw a mole at it. I'll throw the book at you. I'll throw the mole at you.
Oh, no. That's Judge Mole.
He
doesn't throw a book. Doesn't believe in it.
This, his client's name was Claudie. It's like Claude, but with a Y on it. So Claudie Charles.
What's the chance of meatballs?
He was accused of intentionally setting his car on fire in South Miami-Dade. The judge still might decide to hold the lawyer in contempt of court for having his pocket spontaneously combust.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's a good defense.
I think it's a great defense.
There's a man a Naples man filed suit in Miami-Dade last year after an e-cigarette exploded in his mouth, leaving him in a coma.
Ridiculous, man. First of all, you don't look cool doing it.
Nope.
You look like you're either sucking on a robot's dick or you're trying to be the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Just saying. But those ones that have weed in it, they get you crazy high. But it's not even like a good high.
Yeah, because it's mixed with tobacco juice.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Well, the jury still decided to convict his client of second-degree arson. So, I guess it's time for him to go to jail and be told when he is and isn't allowed to use the bathroom.
Okay, well that's terrible. That should be only for but that's not a thing because even prisoners have the bathrooms in their cell.
Well, then they have it better off than students at North Yorkshire.
Segway.
Police were called after 40 students took to a field in protest after there was a controversial new rule at Bedale High School.
Oh, what?
Bedale High School.
Bedale? Oh, God.
Yeah.
You said Bedale High School.
No, I know. That's why.
I was like, go, what?
I was trying to overemphasize the L on the last time. So the school decided to make this new rule, only allowing bathroom breaks between 11:05 a.m. and 11:25 a.m., and then again at 12:25 to 12:45. So there's only 2 bathroom times for 20 minutes each, and they're
bullshit.
They're an hour apart from each other. So if you don't got to go in those 2 hours, then you don't get to go.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, so much so that
And it's a health.
it's a 580 students at that school. 40 of them were protesting. So, oh my God, did the rest of you just not have to pee?
She say 540. We're like, yeah, it's okay.
Like, yeah, I got math.
We always got screwed. Our class always got screwed. We had the junior high school, and they did that for the lockers. You can only go to your lockers twice a day. Or 3 times a day, sorry. Once before class, once before lunch, and then once at the end of the day. Because they didn't want a bunch of people, hanging out and stuff like that.
Okay.
It sucked because before that, in 6th and 7th grade, we had to share lockers with someone.
Ugh.
Which sucked. And then we finally get to the point where 8th graders, we have our own lockers, and then they're like, oh, by the way, you can only go 3 times a day. It's just like, God damn it. Granted, that's
So you want to have everyone all at their lockers at the exact same time?
Thank you. That was what I thought. I was like, so it's a cluster getting in and out of the area because of the way it's set up.
Yeah, because those lockers are not human-sized, so everyone's going to be shoulder to shoulder trying to cram into their tiny-ass lockers.
In the time allowed. Yeah.
Right.
Dumb.
Right. The school has been criticized for it as breaching human rights.
Yeah.
But the school they're maintaining that the toilets are accessible on request, and to those who hold a quote medical card. The parents first learned about the policy in February, saying that there is no access to the main building where the toilets are located after 12:45 p.m. And unfortunately, lunch doesn't get out until 1:10. So you got almost a half an hour after bathrooms aren't allowed to be used anymore, and lunch is finishing up. Like, nah, fuck it. Hold it, bro.
Unless some idiot thought that they had that settled. He's like, I got the best idea. We can figure it out.
Oh, okay. What's your idea?
What we do is we limit them to only going twice a day.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So we're thinking about something around 11 o'clock and around 12 o'clock. That's always when I have to pee.
Oh, I thought you meant like we were giving people special pants, but okay.
No.
I like your idea better.
I always have to pee around 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, so that's what we'll assume everybody else does.
Okay.
However, I never have to go after that, and I never have to go before that. So the entire student body is going to have to conform to my pee schedule.
That seems fair.
I'm drunk with power.
You should probably go to the bathroom and get rid of that.
No.
Because it's not
11 o'clock. Rules! Gotta follow the rules.
I'm so ready to learn right now that we got the bathroom schedule in place.
Right, now that I am principal. Feel my wrath.
Okay, well, just so you know, before the police break down the door. Just because you killed the last principal doesn't mean you take over his
fuck
job.
The police.
Okay, well,
And fuck Mr. Steedle.
He was kind of a jerk, but this hostage situation...
Go to the bathroom all willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. Sir, I don't know if you realize how witty you are right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell them that it's also your idea as well, and then we get to share a cell in jail. However, even though we will have facilities in our cell, you will only be able to use it at 11 and 12 o'clock.
Sir, I'd like to take back my statements that I made earlier.
Gotta have rules!
I was only for these rules
Johnson.
because I thought you were going to kill me if I disagreed.
Nope.
Okay, well, I disagree. I no longer think these are good rules.
Well, have you thought about diversifying your portfolio? Came up with this idea the other day when I was trying to deposit some cocaine into the Chase Bank.
Did you know they take money too?
Shut up.
Yeah. They told me the same thing. But yeah, the fucking toilet schedule.
That's ridiculous.
Toilet schedule. You can
And
use.
that's the other one. You want everyone using the bathroom at the same time?
Yeah. Do you have 500 toilets in these bathrooms?
No. It's going to be crazy lines. It's going to be like a fucking baseball game.
But yeah, they were saying that they have anyone that has a medical card exception. Like, so if you have essentially if you have a medical condition, then you can go to the bathroom more often. But we just don't want everyone being able to use the bathroom whenever, because I just cleaned the bathroom. I cleaned the bathroom at like at 1:45 so I could hurry up and eat lunch, and I don't want to clean it later in the day.
Right.
So let's just close it. Just put a cone in front and say no poop here.
This idea came from our janitor, Sweepy. Sir, it's Tom. Well, I call it Sweepy.
Yeah, they're the statement they said. Well, they posted this on their own website, saying that it's all part of an overall action plan. They said the code also includes tighter rules on uniform.
A movement?
No. The code also includes tighter rules on uniform and on reducing the number of students outside of classrooms during lesson time. As part of this, the school has reminded students that toilets are freely accessible during specific periods at lunchtime and break time, but that students who need the toilet during lessons or need access for medical reasons will always be given access on request. Toilets are therefore accessible at all times. Kind of
Nope.
like, no, it's totally accessible. You just have to jump through all these hoops to, normally bodily function.
It's like school's overreaching.
Ooh. Speaking of schools and their reaching, I think this school wants some underreaching, or rather, they want to stop the underreaching.
Segway.
There is a school not too far from us in Rockford, Illinois, called Boylan Catholic High School. They have issued a 21-page rule book, complete with pictures, on what is and isn't acceptable for people to wear to prom. For the boys, they have 2 pages specifying tuxedo suits or sport jackets with slacks are required. So that's 2 pages of the 21-page rule book. The other 19 are dedicated to all the different ways and styles the girls can and can't wear dresses. With multiple photos from each that they clearly just pulled from a Google search. Because some of these pictures are are super tall, like a thumbnail of it, that they just blew up to a bigger size to see it. The school said that the dress code will be strictly enforced, and if you do not abide by the rules, you will not be admitted to the dance, and you will not be given a refund.
No problem for you.
No problem. So there's a lot of things in there that of all the things they brought up in the guidelines, I remember seeing probably all of them at my prom.
Right.
So they go into. Let me just.
Well, no, the one thing I didn't see when it came to that was just because a dress is okay on someone, doesn't mean a dress is okay on everybody, which means they're basically punishing girls for having different bodies.
Yes. Gonna get to that.
Okay.
But also part of it is claims that a dress was worn at last year's prom or homecoming will not be discussed. So that's it's like, no, we're not even going to listen to this. Like, oh, well, so and so wore this exact dress last year. We're not going to talk about that. This is the rule now. Okay, but why'd you change it? This is the rule now. So it is a Catholic school.
Yeah.
So they can argue about morality and whatever.
All that stuff.
But yeah, they go into depth about various things with the neckline, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Pretty much if it shows cleavage, it's unacceptable. Then they have the two-piece dresses where it's like, oh, it's fine if there's like an inch of skin in between the dress and the top. And they're like, oh, well, here's not acceptable. Dresses that have like 4 inches in between. Yeah. And they have the dress with the slits up the side for the single leg out look kind of thing. No, can't have it. You can have an exposed back as long as it's not your entire back. Or, well, as long as it's the top half of your back. You can expose like up to the bottom of the shoulder blades, I guess. But anything that shows lower back, no. As far as like cutouts or mesh, and like if there's if you could see the cleavage but there's like a mesh covering, not allowed because you can still see it. So therefore,
it's there. We can tell.
It's there.
Jesus knows.
There's a side note on this section that says nude colored dresses with lace overlays give the illusion of skin showing where it should not and will be turned away. If you are unsure about the dress, you can bring a picture of the dress in and show it to one of 2 teachers. So it makes you think,
the nurse and the nurse and the cafeteria lady.
the old librarian who doubles as the nurse. Chick, would you like a book on what things were like back in my day?
Right.
You couldn't check a book out back in my day. Good out. Yeah, the neckline of a dress, top or gown, must be cut in a modest way without showing cleavage. Spaghetti straps or strapless dress are allowed as long as they are not low cut. I've never seen a strapless dress that wasn't low cut, right, though.
Can we see your whole face? That's a no-no.
Yeah, right.
Exposed ankle? Whore.
No navel is allowed to show. 2-piece dresses are allowed if the space between top and skirt is less than 2 inches. So I just guessed it was 1 inch because of the pictures they show, but no, it's less than 2 inches.
Which makes 1 inch.
So 1.5.
1 3/4.
What if you have a different body shape? What if your torso is longer than your friend who's got the same dress?
I don't know.
All of a sudden,
we're not going to discuss it.
No, don't you fucking discuss it. Dresses should not be excessively tight.
Oh God.
No cover-ups will be allowed over dresses that do not meet dress code. So coats, shawls, or sweaters. So you couldn't even wear like a normal dress, but with like a shawl,
a wrap thing.
Yeah. Or, I don't know what the most is. The body scarf. It's just a big scarf.
Just a huge scarf.
But you put it around your body instead of your neck.
I don't know anything about a wrap unless it's turkey, Turkey wrap.
Get out.
Wrap scallion.
You get the fuck out.
Christmas wrapping.
So yeah, part right in here when they say some girls may wear the same dress, but due to body types, one dress may be acceptable while the other is not. Now, I mean, I was with them up until that point.
Right.
Like, you want to have guidelines for a Catholic school, it's kind of part of the deal. I mean, you guys are in uniform like every day. But this dress was acceptable for
Body
one
shaming.
person. Yeah, now we're getting into body shaming from a high school that apparently had no issue with it last year.
Right.
Or maybe they did have an issue, and that's why they made these rules. But they even say in here, modesty is admittedly a subjective interpretation, but one which we have a duty to uphold. Students should therefore err on the side of modesty and formality and not put school administrators in the difficult position of upholding school standards. Having been specifically forewarned, we expect nothing less than full cooperation from students and their parents on this issue. So they're just doubling down on the don't you fucking ask about this. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking bring this up. I swear to God.
Look at one of the many pictures provided.
We don't want you wearing this. So we're just going to send a bunch of pictures of what we think are lewdly dressed women to all of your kids.
Yeah.
Hey kids, see this
That's the way I would have spun it. If I was like a parent, I would have been like, I would have called the school up and been like, these are all, inappropriately and morally, bankrupt ways of. The fact that you sent this home with my child is shocking.
That would be. It's the perfect way to do it. It's like you're the one that said this is lewd,
right?
So you sent this to my child.
How dare you? Through my child.
I don't think you could pass through him like he's a mystical being.
No, they had to bring it home. You made my child a messenger of pornography.
We don't let sin in this home.
And ludity.
Ludicity.
Ludicrous.
It was right there.
Luda.
And you think what's gonna happen after prom anyway? Like they're still gonna have sex.
Doing it. Just gonna have to take more dress off.
And put something else on. It's called the Icon. And it's a Fitbit for your dick.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got the Fit Dick. You know how we like weird products on the show. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had a rock and a satchel. We had a whole bunch of fun stuff. But now we have the Icon Smart Condom. It's the world's first smart condom, although it's just a ring that fits over a normal condom. But it claims that it can track the exercise of your performance,
How many
calories burned? As well as detect chlamydia and syphilis.
What?
Yeah, it's a little ring you put around your dick. It sells for $74. Sorry, it's for pre-order right now.
Look at the Icon. So all of a sudden it's like sends you a text message. So I have good news and I have bad news.
Ooh, tell me the good news first.
The good news is you burned 8,000 calories.
Yes.
And
today?
Today, just for that alone.
I'm great.
The bad news is you have chlamydia.
Oh.
Would you like to know how many steps you've taken?
Could you at least tell me the steps I could have used to avoid the chlamydia?
Not fucking this girl.
Yeah, but 8,000 calories in one day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much dead.
Right.
According to the pre-order page, this ring was also able to answer questions such as, what's my thrust velocity? How fast are my thrusts?
On a scale of 1 to
How many calories did that session burn? How many times did I just have sex? Because you forget, What's the average skin temperature of my penis? What's my girth? How many different positions did I just conquer? Now,
yes.
How is it keeping track of the positions? Like, oh, I noticed you're hitting me from a different device.
This tells me every time I wake up in the middle of the night. So every time I move to whatever, it tells me how many times I was sleepless. So it's not going to know what kind.
Right. But it's not going to tell you, oh, you switched to your left side. This is like, yeah, bro, you went side to side a few times.
You went from wheelbarrow to machine gun.
And then something that I can only find on a Russian website called the horse blanket.
Oh, you never horse blanketed?
I can't say I have.
Oh. In the end, you give her a carrot.
You're the carrot. And
No.
And she bites it.
You need some vegetables to replenish. You'll have to try it sometime.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, $74. You'll keep track of all this stuff, which I don't know why you'd want that stuff anyway. As far what the fuck were you just looking at?
Good Lord.
Like, we're talking about this damn DickFit.
As a baby.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's live popped up on the screen.
Oh, I thought you were like watching some
DickFit commercial.
Watching some young Asian girl.
Nope.
Help plan out or help see how the icon
Nope.
works. Yeah, but all this information is supposedly going to fit on a ring that you wear on your dick.
Yeah, then you plug it in, probably.
Well, you don't have to plug it in you don't plug it in when you're wearing it.
No, I mean after you're done, it'll tell you everything.
We'll have a micro USB charging port to provide 6 to 8 hours of live usage.
Dude, 6 to 8 hours.
It'll work with a combination of nano chip and sensors and pair it with your device via Bluetooth. Yeah.
Why are you picking up your phone? Just want to see how we did.
I told you no pictures. I'm not taking a picture. I'm looking at graphs. Oh, man. It's doing way better than last Tuesday.
I'm doing 20% better.
If you can see my
I'm racing Steve. Got to get a couple more thrusts in to beat his score for today. It's not his fault. He's in Amsterdam.
So it'll say once you're they're frequently asked questions. But yeah, it's not an actual condom because it just goes. You have it with a normal condom. It's extremely comfortable, water resistant, and lightweight. You won't even know it's there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna know if there's a tiny watch strapped to my penis. How does it work? Using nanochip and sensors. It'll measure and remember a number of different variables during your session. Once your session is completed, you'll be able to then use the app to download your recent data, which is paired to the device using Bluetooth. And then once you've downloaded the data, the icon will automatically clear its memory, so you can just get back on the horse and record yourself with that horse.
That's the horse blanket.
Exactly. All data will be kept anonymous, but users will have the option to share their recent data with friends or indeed the world. You'll be able to anonymously access stats that you can compare with Icon users worldwide. So, they're keeping track of your information. You can go into a database and compare yourself to people, but it's totally a secret. There's no way this could definitely be hacked. Although I don't really see this thing catching on like the Fitbit. Because if it's... They get like 40 million users in the first 2 years of it being out. Because it's not even out right now. Right now it's just pre-order. But if they had a significant user base, this would get hacked so quick.
Right.
I mean, someone hacked Ashley Madison for the fun of it. But now you can literally, like, legitimately go in and potentially get, I don't know, all the users' information, because they say it's anonymous to go online with it, but it's still connected to you.
Right.
And it's probably going to have one of those share on Facebook buttons, like every porn website has nowadays. Apparently, I see them a lot less. Though.
They have sharing Facebook buttons on porn.
Yeah, you've never had someone on your friends list share a video from a website.
No, why would they want people to know that they're watching porn?
They don't want people to know, but if they accidentally click it,
oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it used to happen a lot more, but then it happened so much that people were like writing articles about it, and It's been a longest time since I've seen it happen, but man, there was
so and so is watching redheaded chick on a pool table. It's like,
well, there's a lot of people like you see someone get called out for it online because it was like someone's lonely dad commenting on the video, and their child's like, everyone can see this, Dad, and they're like, well, how do I delete it? Well, there's a delete button. I don't see it.
Good Lord. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, the share on Facebook.
Well, I know the share on Facebook button, but out porn. I don't know anyone would be like, I think everyone needs to know what I'm into.
The icon will be released to general public sometime this year.
Well, I'm going to mark my calendar.
You should mark your calendar.
It's
important to know when things are going on. Like, you look at some calendars and they tell you, most of them will tell you, like, the general holidays. Some of them will tell you the lunar cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important to know because if you need to know when there's a full moon, because what if you're a werewolf?
Okay, I'm not.
Okay, but what if you were?
Okay, got it.
Then you'd need to know, especially like crazy thing, right? Like, what if you're a werewolf?
Okay.
And your mom's a vampire?
We'd be mortal enemies. That wouldn't work out.
Right. That's what I was saying. Right? And then, like, you just what? But what if when you're fighting your vampire mom because you're a werewolf? What if you stab her? And then
and stake with a heart.
And then instead of people praising you for getting rid of a vampire, they just arrest you.
Oh, they just don't understand.
Right? Okay. See, you're smart. You get it, right? I would recommend you stay out of Bellingham, Washington.
I would never go there.
You shouldn't, because there's the police there. They've arrested a person for stabbing his mother to death because he's a werewolf and she's a vampire.
Sounds like the beginning of a really great sitcom. He's a werewolf, she's a vampire.
Will they ever get along? Stab. Nope. That's the show, everyone. Thank you. Season wrap party.
Bite at the Moon is filmed in front of a large studio. But Mom, you know I'm supposed to have my pack over tonight.
You can't, dear. It's Halloween.
I know, and we called the rec room.
Other people are using it for a Halloween party.
Who's using it?
All the kids.
All the kids?
The kids are using it.
Oh.
That's
the worst sitcom ever.
That's terrible. NBC will do it.
NBC would totally do it.
What was that show a couple years ago where they had like a monkey as a doctor or something?
Oh, I don't know.
No. They had a...
Oh, no, I've been in Bite at the Moon. Thanks for the memories.
God damn it. That's the 10 years later when they do the look back on it. You know that's the reunion special. Come on.
Oh, God.
Oh, you disgust me. So this 29-year-old werewolf killed his 57-year-old vampire mom.
She says 57, but probably like 500 years old.
507.
Ooh.
But yeah, that was
Doesn't look a day over 320.
That was his entire defense. Well, she's a vampire. I'm a werewolf, so I stabbed her.
Your Honor. We all know that the lichens and the vampires have had problems for centuries. I was watching a documentary on this other night with Kate Beckinsale as she talked about the real life dramas of being one of these vampires and being in love
Objection, Your Honor. Relative to the case.
I'm just saying that there's no better documentary than the Underworld series. Most people don't know that that's true. It's all 100% true.
Objection, Your Honor. Those are clearly works of fiction.
There's so many of them. How could they be works of fiction?
Your Honor, there's like 10 Star Wars movies, and those are all fake.
I believe they happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. How do we know?
Then why do they have technology that's different? Like, why haven't we gotten that technology if it was a long, long time ago? Your Honor, I demand that this case be thrown out.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I put forth this lawyer has no idea what he's talking about.
Objection. I kind of know what I'm talking about.
I go back to the works of Dr. Indiana Jones.
Objection.
In which he said,
not a
snakes.
real doctor.
Why do they have to be snakes? Well, why do they have to be snakes, Your Honor? The defense rests.
I'll allow it.
I don't know how to start with, I'm just a caveman. Caveman lawyer.
Do you remember the caveman show that they did after the Geico ads were really
popular?
popular?
It was the worst.
I think they did like 8 episodes. It was that, and they did some other show. There was like 4 shows that debuted all at once. I think only one of them stuck. But
and can you imagine the meeting, the fucking pitch meeting? They're sitting there and they're like, ladies and gentlemen.
Of the jury.
Of the jury. No. The Geico cavemen, people really enjoy. But what do they do when they're not advertising for Geico?
Probably working at IKEA.
They live lives. That's right.
I think one of them worked at IKEA.
Did they? I don't know.
I don't remember. It was so bad.
It's terrible.
It was
like cop rock bad.
Well, how dare you? How dare you?
It's like
makes me want to blow up the world.
No, don't do it.
I'm gonna do it. But you know what? I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Because there is a ray of light.
What?
After the terrible prom shit going on, it's important to realize that not all schools are bad.
No.
And deserve to be shut down. In fact, Chance the Rapper decided to pony up $1 million off of his upcoming tour. So he worked together with Live Nation, Ticketmaster, like all these rival businesses worked together to get all the money from his upcoming tour, which he's not even on yet. This is all the pre-sold tickets. He's taken $1 million and he donated it to Chicago public schools. Because there was... Bruce Rauner doesn't really want to give money to the schools. And it came out that there was not enough money to finish the school year this year because of budget cuts. After having a meeting with Governor Rauner, Chance decided... Well, he said that he had a meeting with Governor Rauner, and Rauner only gave him vague answers. They didn't really work on a plan or anything. He was just kind of being a politician about it. You know, not making any promises, general ideas, not really putting a plan into action. So Chance said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Donated $1 million of his own money, as well as donating another $10,000 to individual schools for every $100,000 raised outside of this for the website for the program that they were using. And because he donated $1 million, he decided to do so. It's every $100,000 is donated, another $10,000 will be donated to a specific school.
Right.
So because this was $1 million, he listed off another 10 schools that he was giving $10,000 to.
Right.
So all these schools within the Chicago public school system are getting some of the funding that they need, as well as the attention that they need to try to get other people involved with say, hey, the school year is going to end like weeks early.
Right.
People just aren't going to have school this year anymore.
Well, one thing that I noticed on Facebook is, of course, people were making it like terrible things out of it, saying, like, because one of the schools is going to make a recording studio so they can teach about, technology and recording arts and this, that, and the other thing. And I saw people going, oh, they don't need that. They need books. They need computers. And I want to be like, well, you're the same people who want to lower taxes. So shut the fuck up. Because we wouldn't need Chance the Rapper if they would just, we don't have a budget in Illinois. Most people don't know this.
Yeah.
We don't have a budget. But I'll tell you what we do have. 6 days ago, the Illinois House adopted a resolution designating October as Zombie Preparedness Month.
Thank you, government.
We don't have a budget, but don't worry. October, we're going to be ready for some fucking zombies. So, who gives a damn what they do with the money, just as long as it's going to some sort of education for these kids. Anyway.
But, Your Honor, they were zombies. So, yeah.
They're going to do it for this season.
That's going to do it for this season. The conclusion finale.
The conclusion finale.
Of season 2.
Yep.
We are going to take some much needed time off.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like much, but it will really help not having to put all this together for... it's going to be a few weeks, at least.
Yeah.
We'll be back sometime in April.
Yeah.
So
we'll announce it on the Facebook.
Yeah, we'll be announcing it on there. And yeah, if you just have your subscription in iTunes or whatever on, you'll get the episode anyway when it comes out.
Right.
But if you can find us on Facebook, go to search bar, type in "Stupid's Talking Stupid." We'll be posting about our next episode there.
Right.
So.
Just leave them with a cliffhanger.
Speaking of cliffhangers.
Segue.
More Florida stuff.
What?
I know. So there's an argument that escalated into being a fight outside a convenience store. Started off with Kenyon Charles Molitor and Elroy Ishmael Ashley.
Even worse. Not a real name.
They got into a fight because they were arguing on the internet.
Arguing on the interwebs.
Yeah, they were having an argument on the internet. Decided to meet up in person.
Because that's good.
And continue their argument in person. So as it turns out, when you argue with someone online, they might not be the most...
level-headed.
That's a good way of putting it. And the most level-headed kind of person. So when one of them says, well, I'm going to be at this place. Meet me there.
How about that?
One of them decides, oh, okay, I will meet you there.
Oh.
Both show up, start arguing. Both pull out handguns, and they shoot each other.
What were they arguing about?
It doesn't specify. I can't imagine it's that important. It's not like they're saying, no, the Chicago public schools need funding the proper way. Like, no, you don't get a chance to just draw attention to yourself. No, it was probably something much, much more stupid than that. This was, after all, in St. Augustine, Florida. And everyone down in Florida is either old and retired or...
batshit crazy.
Yeah.
That's not true. There's some normal people down there.
No, everyone down there is fucked up.
That is not true.
No, that's totally true.
Some people who work at Disney World are fine.
No one who works at Disney World is fine. Everyone that works for Disney is a fucking crazy person.
Well, that is the worst thing I've ever heard somebody say.
That is not the worst thing.
That is the worst thing.
That is not the worst thing. That is not the worst thing. There are way worse things.
They're not worse things than that.
What do you know about worse things?
What do you know about worse things?
What do you know about worse things?
You know what? Meet me outside. How about that?
Maybe I will meet you outside. How about that?
You meet me. I'm going to go outside.
No, I'm going outside.
No, I'm going
outside.
No, I'm going to go outside.
Fuck you, I'm going outside. I'm going to go outside.